Season 2 of the Pat and JT podcast.
Oh man, I'm here at last. The best time, always gonna be the best. Come on!
Exclusively on the Hurrdat Media Network.
All right.
Okay, before we get into our show, I just have to say today, even though officially it was yesterday.
I know.
But today, as we record this, was my son's last day of high school. Bennett's last day of high school. He was... He's not. See, I now I get why my parents were so excited on my last day of high school, and I didn't think it was that big of a deal. Like, whatever, I'm out.
Do you remember your last day of high school?
I remember my last day of high. I remember it feeling so weird that I don't have to go back to like freeing. I didn't have to go back to high school.
All of a sudden, you didn't have structure. All of a sudden, you didn't have a plan.
Yeah,
right. It's like
well. And even though everybody else thought, oh, he's moving on to the next phase of his life, which is, of course, a 4-year university. In the back of my head, I'm like, suckers! This boy, nothing's happening. But we went to Village Inn this morning. I took both the kids on the last day of school, went to Village Inn, and a couple things. I didn't think you could spend $70 on breakfast, but when you're going with two teens, you can.
Wow.
And I...
What the hell did he get?
What didn't he get?
Seriously?
Oh, yeah. He got the VIB, which is, the VIB is awesome. Plus added on a Belgian waffle.
Yeah.
On that. And then Sophia.
Biscuits and gravy. And
that came with that. So now there's
his VIB.
Last time I had a VIB.
Everyone's different because they're all customizable.
Well, but the VIB, I didn't know they had a supreme level.
I
did not know that.
You can get chicken fried steak.
That's what he got.
Yeah. All that good stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Excellent.
Mm-hmm. It was very good. Yeah.
Goodness.
So it was a good day. It was a sad day for me. It was because I'm like,
you'll be able to buy plenty more breakfast.
Oh yeah, I'm not I was sad because I had to spend $70 stupid dollars. It was a sad day because he's never going to get him go to high school again. Well, I guess he hasn't got a final grades yet. We'll see.
I was going to say, it's not signed off yet.
But it's not official. He turned in his computer and he got his tickets for graduation, and we did get a letter from his school that he's graduating with a 3.6 GPA.
Wow.
You take my GPA times 2 and it still wasn't a 3.6.
Goodness.
So, yeah, I'm proud of the kid.
Nature over nurture.
That's 100% correct. Ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth?
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome.
Well, my gosh, I can't believe that though.
Yeah,
That's what's so funny is that oddly go TBT. Just this morning found an old air check of ours back from 2003.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
right.
TBT.
And so he would have been around all of like 6 months when this was put out. When this was
done. Yeah, you're right.
Actually,
yeah, 'cause he was born in 2002.
Yeah, and the music that was playing. Yeah, it was kind of like, oh my god. Yeah, the music. You need to make him a
mixtape.
No. I was just thinking of like because the sound check really was. It was just like a real quick hit of the top songs of 2003.
I can make him a playlist of his first music that when he came to the United States. The music that was hot when he came.
What was number one when he came to the United States?
Yeah, like June. It was like the middle of June of 2003.
When he finally got here, yeah.
Yep. So that's a good idea.
That's about when this air check came out.
Yeah.
Interestingly. That would be kind of fun. Okay. All right. Anyway.
We have a guest.
We have a guest today. This is somebody who's been around with us, honestly, since the before days.
Yeah.
That we met a long time ago. Bogart, how you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you guys doing?
Doing good. As a matter of fact, do you want to take us back how we first started talking to you?
Yeah, so I was thinking about this today. You're talking about kids graduating. My oldest is 23, and and my youngest is 19. He just graduated from high school last year and is in the young adult program with special needs school. He has Down syndrome. And then my oldest is a shift manager at Arby's here in Elkhorn.
Excellent.
So, but when I started calling in the most, we were living in Blair, Nebraska, that beautiful suburb north of Omaha.
Mm-hmm.
And,
glorious.
Yes. I was a youth minister there. And my oldest was in 7th grade here in Omaha at a school in Omaha, Phoenix Academy. And another friend of ours from Blair was also going to Phoenix Academy. That's how I heard about it. So I would drive in every morning from Blair to Omaha, drop them off, and then the friend's mom would pick them up in the afternoon. So I only had to do the morning shift run. Mm-hmm. But that's when we would have the kids liked having your station on, before. And I forget I don't remember the name of the station.
That's okay. But, you remember Pat and JT, that's all that matters.
I don't remember the name of the station.
Yeah, and I knew you were button number 3, so I hit 3.
What was 1 and 2?
Well, it was in the middle because there was stuff on either side of it. But it was my wife's car. No, I don't know.
It was looking like all these excuses.
Right. That's awesome.
I'm digging out the hole. So, but I would show off and we'd listen and you guys would be silly or say something. I go, hey, check this out. And I'd call in. Of course, it's, about a half an hour drive basically from where we were in Blair to where we were going in Omaha. Mm-hmm. And so, I'd call in and I'd have something funny to say. And I think his name was Nelson would put me on hold for 20 minutes. And then I'd get to say something. And I learned, you got to have a soundbite ready if you want to be on the radio.
That's exactly right.
And then I got my running joke going, which you guys set me up for. Do you remember the running joke?
Yes.
Oh,
Didn't it have to do with an injury?
It was an injury to a professional football player for the Nebraska team.
A quarterback.
T-Magic. And he had...
Do you remember Pat? Pat's sitting here. Absolutely. He has no idea.
Pat doesn't remember?
No, because I don't remember.
You got the Fittyheimers? Is that your problem? You got the Fittyheimers?
I got the Fitty something.
Yeah, early onset.
Early onset Fittyheimers? Okay. But no, it was the calcanus.
The
remember?
calcanus.
Yes.
I thought it was a Brett Favre thing. I thought Brett Favre injured his calcanus.
No, that was a
Nebraska. It was Taylor Martinez.
T-Magic? It was T-Magic, Taylor Martinez. So it was like 10, 11 years ago. And we would, I would always, whatever you guys were talking about, whatever theme you guys were pushing, Jello of the day.
That's right. And it all came back to calcanus, and trust me,
I would always try to make a calcanus joke.
And then trust me, that didn't get old after the second time.
We did it I knew I'd made it when one time you guys did a promo where I was calling in regular on a certain day. I don't remember when I pitched it at.
You kind of had a segment. You almost had a segment.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, deep thoughts from Bogart. And you guys actually gave me a promo bit from something I'd said, and that's when I knew I'd made it. And of course, my kids,
remember that. I remember doing the promo.
And your kids like that?
Yeah. Well, my son didn't care, but the girl Riley thought I was the greatest thing in the world. I was your youth minister too, so she thought I was the greatest. So
I remember that. Oh my gosh! Now,
and we won. We won a thing with Nelson that never happened. We won a deal where Nelson was going to be in our Christmas photo.
I remember that. Yeah.
Oh my God!
And it never happened.
Yeah. No.
We should hit him up.
Do it now. So we got to do it with you.
He could still. He's still around.
Is he in Lincoln? I heard he went to Froggy or
he's
something.
He's making that drive every day. He never moved to
still
Lincoln.
Lives here?
I don't think he thought it was going to last.
Yeah.
And so he just.
I think he's still in a probationary period, a 13-year probationary period with the station.
I just remember I would always get mad at you guys for doing stuff to Nelson that I didn't think he deserved. So I became the Nelson fan club and how you shouldn't mess with Nelson. I remember that was my bit. So
Nelson needed.
Don't hurt Nelson's calcanus. He won't come back.
Right.
I don't think you could hurt it.
I think you can find it.
Well, you got to find it first. Yeah, exactly.
And,
oh my God.
I remember I got Nelson's number to the back line. I had 2 numbers for you guys.
That's right.
I remember that.
If you were talking to that guy from Hollywood that you are always slurping over, I could always get it on the back line to Nelson.
We actually still work with Dax. You know that?
That's not Dax Shepard though, right?
No. Dax.
The better Dax
happens all the time.
Yeah.
But Dax Holt is his name. Dax Holt, and Dax has a podcast called Hollywood Raw that we produce now.
So how does this podcast thing work? We're not actually on the radio, are we?
No.
Are you guys just in your living room in your underwear? Is that how this works?
We're actually at work in our underwear. Yeah.
A lot of things have changed.
A lot of things.
Or not, and not at all. Anyway, the whole, well, you listen to the podcast. I don't even.
I will listen to part of the last one the other day.
Yeah.
So I have Spotify, so I
Perfect. There you go. That's how you do it. That's how you do it.
Okay.
You got it figured out. You're fine. Now tell me what talk to us here. I'd seen something on Facebook not long ago. Did you get a new job or a new position?
Yes, I retired from youth ministry after 38 years of doing lock-ins. I can't do them anymore. Mm-hmm. And so my other gig is as a deacon, as a chaplain. And so I've been off and on-call chaplain at Children's Hospital, and now I'm on the staff. It's my third week of being daytime shift. Which,
that's very cool.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
I was actually on call last night. Thankfully, didn't get called in the middle of the night, but I've done that before. Get that 1 a.m. call.
Yeah.
So trying to,
Anything,
But I'm
any
on
call that
staff.
comes in at 1 a.m. for any reason usually isn't a good thing. So it's a good thing you didn't get called.
Yeah, no,
last
that's
night. Good.
But boy, that's a really important position.
Thank you.
You know that. I mean, you know that people are at their most vulnerable.
Well, speaking of, at the beginning of this, you were listening on hold. We were talking about my son, who his last day of school was yesterday, as this airs, whatever.
Yeah.
But we were at Children's when he was 4 or 5, when he was having 25, 30 seizures a day, and they couldn't get him to stop. So the people that you're surrounded with at places like Children's Hospital are so important, especially in your position, that it's like the last.
Yeah.
It's just the support is unbelievable
Yes,
at those
it is.
places, and it's much appreciated by the parents, and I'm sure you hear that all the time.
Oh yeah, no, it's amazing that they'd actually hire a certified goofball like me, but I have a very distinct skill of knowing when to be a goofball and when to be totally serious.
There you go.
And rarely has that bit me in the backside. But
I think we're not even live, and your phone's blowing up while we're on the air.
I think that's my boss, so I'll just have to call my later.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Speaking of goofball.
Hopefully I'm not in trouble. But I'm not working today, so.
Okay.
That's good.
Okay. That's good to hear though. But yeah, so that's a really neat deal. I saw that I think it was on Facebook where I'd seen that. And I thought, wow, that
and I wrote a book.
What?
Yes.
You read a book?
He wrote a book.
Oh, wrote a book. I'm like, read a book.
Oh my
What?
God. Well, that'd be
book.
pretty novel for Pat too.
Like, what?
He'd make that announcement. Guess
I thought
what?
you did
I
that.
read a book. No. So what? Tell us about your book.
Okay, can you see me? Who can see me?
I can see you. It's got a cat on the
so-
front.
Yeah, the cover is the best. It's actually a buddy of mine that's an artist and loves me. He's like my brother from way back in Texas camp days. But no, here's the elevator pitch, as they tell you to do.
Yeah.
I made 100 copies. I self-published them, and I put them out to see if I could sell them. And on Facebook, I've got so many wonderful friends. I sold out 100 copies in like 8-9 days.
Wow.
So
Sweet.
that gave me the extra confidence. I've been trying to write books since 1986. So I had this whole series planned. Anyway, so imagine, if you will, here's the pitch. It's called The Dream Prophets of Mistletoe. Imagine, if you will, a small town in Texas, a neighborhood, community comes together. It's kind of like Hogwarts, but without the castle. 12 10-year-olds come together for a magical journey to help save the world.
Wow. Now,
Yeah.
where did this all originate from? When did you first come up with
Oh my
this
gosh.
whole
I've
thing?
been having ideas. I'm an idea guy. So I could always get ideas, write them down, keep notebooks full of ideas, but never finish the story. Oh, here's a great idea. And I'd write stuff out.
Yeah.
I'd start it. I started a book in 86. It was different. And this particular storyline, I've basically taken every idea I've ever had and made a big skeleton of a series where everybody's connected, which blows my brain up, because then you got to remember who's connected to who. And whatnot. But this
Kind of like the Marvel superhero Marvel universe, where everybody in all the time zones are connected.
Yeah, and
Right.
it's like that. It's and I call it Christian fantasy, and it's basically these kids are prophets. Their mentor is a guy named Lazarus. It's the actual Lazarus. He never died. Kind of like a Highlander. Remember the movie Highlander?
Heck yeah.
And the immortals, they never die. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that, but a Christian twist on that. So this guy Lazarus and his pet cat, who's on the cover.
It was a very cute cat. Yeah. I like his collar.
Yeah, it's a tie-dye cat basically. So,
Tie-dye cat.
yeah. They exist in my world. What's great about writing a book is you can make up anything.
Anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if it's believable, you can sell it,
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's where it all is, and that's fantastic though. That's really neat. That to start something like that is one thing. To finish it is another.
Yes.
We've all started a million
Yeah.
things, but never really pushed much across the finish line.
Yeah.
So you made your second. You're going to publish another round?
Well, here's the deal. My thought right now is I've already gotten to mostly through chapter 3 of the next book, 3 out of 12 chapters. I got it all planned out. I just got to find the time to write it and make it good,
Yeah.
And then when I put that out, I'm going to use the same self-publisher and do 250 copies. And here's the twist. Never seen it before. I'm going to put out book 2 with book 1 on the back. So it looks like book 2 for the people that have book 1 can just read it. Oh, I already have it. But then the people that didn't get book 1, because I'm not doing book 1 again, mostly because of the artwork. My buddy will do a second painting, and he's famous. He's a sports artist. His name is opieart.com. and he does the World Series celebration paintings for the baseball teams. He was
really.
He was on the field with the Houston Astros, traveled with the team when they won the title. So his paintings go for like $10,000 a pop in the world.
That's a big get for your book. That's awesome.
Yeah, and I've known this. We've been friends since '85. We've been together a long time. So he did the painting and let me use the image. He's kept the painting. That's his. He's probably just keeping it in case I get that J.K. Rowling stupid money. So we'll see.
Hey, you never know.
You never know. And so, but he promised that he'll do all the covers. So the second book will have a new cover, which helps sell the book. Trust me. The people, Dream Profits of Mistletoe, what's that? But look at that cat. This is. And then on the back, so on the second book, you flip the book over and you can read the first story.
Yep.
That connects to the second. They're basically it's a series, so they're one after another.
That's awesome.
And then the idea is the third book would be something connected, but it starts in 1973. So it's a 70s throwback. So it's Fittyheimers can have a little deja vu.
So it's a period piece. It's definitely a period. That's why the tie-dye. I get it.
And
now.
It goes on through. Yeah.
That's when I started, was 1973 also. So it's kind of, I'm tied to your book.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, if you guys want, here's the other thing. Mm-hmm. If you guys want, I'm actually, if I don't know if you'll let me do Facebook Live, but I was going to draw out of a hat one of the characters I'm going to write for the book. See, what I do is you can actually be in the book.
Ooh, that's cool.
So so I drew characters. There's going to be 2 cops in the next book for this small town. Mm-hmm. And so instead of just making up who they are, I drew out of a hat who's going to be those cops. And then I'll base the character off of, you.
Who'd you draw? Have you done the drawing?
Well, here's bizarre. I actually drew my boss, the guy that's probably just calling me now, out of the hat. It was random. I did it live. Awesome. Had all the names of everyone that bought the first book. And then another one was one of my kids that's now married from a youth group, but I haven't gotten a hold of her. She just got married in December, and
that's nice.
Her mom bought a couple copies of the book. So I actually have another. I'm going to make her another character.
Okay.
But I need a cop. So if you'd like to, I don't know if I can put Facebook Live on now while we're doing our thing, but maybe I could push.
Right after.
I can advertise for you guys.
Yeah, sure. We'll have it on the podcast. It'll be on the podcast.
So
okay.
You guys talk for a bit while I set up my Facebook.
Okay.
And then I'll
draw your Facebook Live
hat.
now and draw the name of the character.
Yeah. And then I'll draw the person. So like if you bought the book, Pat,
mm-hmm.
I would draw your name and then we would come up with your cop name. And then I kind of know what I want the cops to do in the book, but who the cop is would be based on stuff that you and I come up with. If you were the winner.
If I was the winner, your cop's name would be Rusty Justice.
Rusty, that's not bad.
Yeah.
That's his favorite.
I love it.
Rusty ego. Justice. Okay.
Because I'm thinking my other alter ego is Lance Goodthrust, but I don't think that's appropriate for this book.
That's your porn name, right?
Right. Two different genres. Yeah, my Christian fantasy is Rusty Justice.
One's his left shoulder, one sits on his right shoulder.
Rusty Justice is my left shoulder. Yeah, my right shoulder is Lance Goodthrust.
Okay, I'm live on Facebook Live.
Oh my God.
So, you guys are ready?
Yeah.
We are ready.
Let's do it.
Okay, so I'm going to, hey, Facebook Live, this is Bogart, author of The Dream Profits of Mistletoe. With me today on my show is Pat and JT, the podcast.
Oh my God.
I've got like 2 screens going. I feel so important.
Man, you're like CNN.
I got my laptop in my phone. So today we're drawing a character out of a new character for one of the cops to go with, Maybe Rusty Justice could be the captain. Remember how they always have a captain in those cop shows?
Yeah.
Back to the boss, and he's all, "What you guys do? What are you doing out there?"
Yeah, he's just always grumpy. Has
angry
coffee.
Boss. Yeah, Rusty Justice. If you let me use that, then I'll give
you can use it all day long if you want. It's not copyright.
What?
Rated, copywritten, trademarked, whatever.
Okay. Can I get a drum roll from you guys? Jill, where's your drums?
I'm with you. Just get.
You got bongos?
You're making me. Oh dear. You're making.
Let me see. Hold on. Maybe we'll have a drum roll for you. I don't know for sure. I don't know
what you got there.
I don't know what we have on here for sound effects. I don't.
This is such a mess. We should have known. We should have.
I kind of had a feeling it was Bogart going to be on. So yeah. I don't have a drum roll. Sorry.
So well for my day.
Yeah, I don't have a drum roll. Sorry.
Okay, you ready?
Yep.
I'm drawing a name.
Okay.
Right now, you ready?
Yep.
It's Paige Toller.
Paige Toller.
Yay!
All right.
Yay, Paige.
Oh my
So now
God.
Paige is the person that's going to help you come up with the
Is
character's
Paige gonna
name,
be
or is
Rusty
Paige going to be
Justice?
Paige is
the
going to be the cop.
Paige
I
is
will
the
reach
cop?
out to Paige, and she's actually a professor at UNO
Nice.
and a friend of mine through the church world.
Nice.
And she'll be very excited about this.
Cool.
I actually delivered, when you sell 100 books, you can actually deliver them to people or mail them in person to people in Texas and all over the country. Actually, I got one in Italy. There's a friend of mine in Italy right now.
Sweet.
So
You're
my book is
international then.
worldwide.
You're international.
I am. Well, I was before, like ZZ Top. I'm bad. I'm nationwide. Anyway.
Nationwide. Oh my gosh.
Well, I had no idea we were going to be doing that, creating characters for a book today on the show. So that's
Didn't
awesome,
see that
Bogart.
coming.
So I'm writing down Rusty Justice because
Yeah.
I'm definitely going to work that in.
Yeah, go right ahead.
Rusty Justice. Jill, you got any cool characters you want to add? Because I could just make somebody up and give them a name that you come up with.
I do not. I do not. I wouldn't even want to attempt because already the bar is too high.
Right.
Okay. Here's one you can help me with. The book is based in 73. The first book ends at like August 1st of 73. And then the rest of the second book takes us all the way to the end of the calendar year.
Okay.
So what was your favorite TV show in the fall of 1973? Do you guys remember?
Damn.
No, I was in the fall of 73.
You
So I was
weren't.
in December. So I wasn't even around.
He wasn't around yet.
Okay. So you were just a glimmer in your
Yeah.
parents'
Basically.
eye. Huh?
What were your mom and dad watching? Gunsmoke?
Yeah.
Probably. A Little House. I have no idea.
Little House wasn't on 73.
I don't know. I'll have to ask him.
I would have to say it would be something like was Bewitched on in the early
don't know.
70s?
Bewitched. Brady Bunch was on.
Brady Bunch. I don't remember watching a lot of television when I was a kid. I really didn't watch a lot of TV. I
guess you were technically still a kid in 73.
Thanks.
Just kidding.
So I'm going to say that. Maybe that would be it. I don't know.
So probably go with Brady Bunch.
Probably
Yeah.
go
Okay.
with the Brady Bunch.
Well, I've referenced Brady Bunch already, but I'd love a second.
You need something else. Partridge Family? Or was that later in the 70s?
I had a big crush on Susan Day. Okay.
Yeah, there you go. Partridge Family then.
Partridge
I
Family.
wonder if it was, what were the top
I actually had David
TV
Cassidy albums, but that was, yeah.
I liked your poll that you did today about, or not today, but it was just recently your first celebrity crush.
Yes. I think you answered on that one, didn't you? Yeah.
I don't know if I did. Andy Gibb was mine. First celebrity crush.
There's
Yes.
only one
Okay.
Gibb brother left alive.
I know, it's crazy.
Sad.
So,
I'm
okay,
just
so
now getting back into disco. I used to into disco, and I hated disco. Earth, Wind, and Fire is my jam right now. Those guys.
I like them.
After
too.
the love.
Oh my
is
God!
gone.
All right, so your top songs top TV shows.
Oh,
you
sorry.
can't
Go
hear me.
ahead.
Top TV shows in '73: McCloud, Bonanza, Days of Our Lives, All in the Family, Mission Impossible, Doris Day, Kojak, Gunsmoke, Brady Bunch, Sanford and Son, The Waltons.
Was McMillan and wife on there?
Probably
McMillan?
Columbo's on here. So didn't they
Columbo?
alternate Columbo, McCloud, McMillan, and wife? Didn't they kind of alternate on
Okay,
Sunday nights?
I might have to go with Waltons.
What about Quincy?
Because
Was Quincy on?
You
then?
guys ever
Yeah.
watched the Gilmore Girls?
McMillan
Yes.
and wife. There's McMillan and wife.
Some of
Okay.
them.
If you watch the
Lucy.
Gilmore Girls and you know the Dragonfly Inn, this is my wife and I's favorite show.
Okay.
The Dragonfly Inn in the later years of the Gilmore Girls, when it was a series, that building was the Waltons' house.
Really?
Snap. Drop the mic.
I dropped my Sharpie. Just
Drop
now.
the
Boom.
Sharpie.
That's it. Oh, I think I found my show. My favorite show. Here's
Yeah?
the Jetsons.
Okay, I'm going to rock a baby Jill in my book.
Jill Jetson.
Jill Jetson, because that's what she wanted to be, Jill Jetson. She's the cousin that came on the show later, and when they jumped the shark
Yes.
with it. So when Jill Jetson entered the Jetsons TV show,
It went down the toilet.
She knew
Yeah.
the show was on the way down. So they
Yeah.
had to back it up and-
Yeah.
Jill Jetson jumps the shark with her rocket ship. on the
Fantastic.
Nice.
Jetson. Okay, we got it. We
Man,
got
I
it.
love the process of the whole character building and book writing.
You guys are in book 2, which is actually 1.3, but that's a whole nother story for another.
Bogart, thank you so much for taking some time out and coming on with us
Yeah, it's
today.
great to hear from you.
bet.
Great to catch up. We need to
Yeah.
have an update when you get this book done.
Certainly.
So we can push it out there for you and help and maybe get some more sales for you.
That'd be great. Yeah. I can sell 250. I'm sure of it. With your help, maybe I can sell.
Jill Jetson, how can you lose?
Right. Let's do it. Bogart, you're awesome, man. Thank you so much for coming on.
Take care, guys. We'll see you.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
See you later, buddy.
Oh, my God.
It's Pat and JT, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. And we'll share all his social links and everything so you guys can get in touch with Bogart.
I seriously thought we'd have flying cars by now.
I know. We do.
We kind of do, but not really. Not like I thought.
Pat and JT Podcast, a Hurrdat Media Production.